Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about contouring. Contouring is a huge subject in the makeup world, and everybody wants to know how to contour. From clown contouring to Kim Kardashian contouring and some really crazy techniques in between. Makeup artists all over the place are arguing whether or not contouring is a joke, or if it's helpful. I mean, there's a lot out there. So I'm going to give you my take on contouring and how I think you can apply contouring techniques to your makeup routine. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using the products from LimeLight by Alcone. So we're using RCMA foundation and Dermacolor concealers to make this happen. I like to use a foundation palette like this for contouring. So what you have is you've got a foundation, my color is Shinto 1, a concealer, a light concealer, and a dark concealer. This is concealer number 0, and this is concealer number 6. So they are completely on the opposite spectrum of the color wheel, or of the Dermacolors that we have available through LimeLight, and you can use them to custom blend your foundations. So I like to even mix the dark concealer with my foundation if I get a little tan, which hasn't happened this summer, so whatever. So start off first with a clean and prepped face, and you can see my face is a little oily today, and it's because I've used a really heavy moisturizer and oil in my face. I'm dealing with a little bit of dryness right now, so I've prepped my skin. I've also already done my eye makeup. The reason I've already done my eye makeup is because you're about to spend some serious time on your complexion. You don't want the eyeshadow that you put on to drip underneath your eyes or to fall out underneath your eyes. So do your eye makeup first, and then your complexion will be flawless without the powder finish over top of it. So you're just going to start by applying your foundation however you normally apply your foundation all over your face. I use a couple of different techniques, and I've actually got a video that talks more about how to apply your foundation, and you're going to do about medium to heavy coverage. You could do light coverage too, but if you're contouring, you're probably wanting a heavier look. So I put the foundation on the palm of my hand and I mix it in, and what that's going to do is that's going to give your skin or your foundation set it to body temperature. So when your foundation is at body temperature, it just smooths out better, and it looks a lot more even. So it's easier to blend as well. So you're just going to apply that all over, and then I like to use a foundation brush to move the product around to start. And really, I'm just going in and moving the foundation around and getting it to evenly cover my face. And then once I feel like I've got even coverage, I'm going to take my beauty blender. Looks like this when it's brand new. Looks like this right now. Or you could use sponges, some triangle sponges. But some sort of a sponge blender is going to be your best friend for this kind of a makeup application. So all I'm doing is I'm taking my beauty blender and pretty much just stippling my entire face. It's going to make the finish look a lot more like skin than foundation, and it's going to make sure that that product is very evenly blended all the way. Definitely more tapping than rubbing. You do have to be careful when you've already done your eye makeup, because you don't want to mess it up, right? And you just want to make sure there's no lines of demarcation. You want to make sure that's all blended into your neck if it needs to be. Once you've got your foundation evenly applied to all of your skin, you can go ahead and start the process of contouring. So when I've already done my foundation, I like to use a concealer brush to apply the concealer. A lot of times I'll use my finger to apply concealer, but because my eye makeup's already done, I want to make sure that I'm not going to mess that up. So I like to take my concealer just a little bit on the brush and gently from each edge of the eye draw kind of like a triangle shape under my eyes. And what that's going to do, you're going to go all the way to the cheekbone. It's going to brighten up under your eyes and help to mask that thing that nobody wants under there. I also like to apply just a little bit of highlighter of this lighter color to my nose, above my lip, kind of where the natural sunlight's going to hit, and on my chin. Not a lot, just a little bit. Sometimes I'll go up here as well, but I don't get crazy with my forehead because I have, well, I've got bangs, and I don't like to draw too much attention to my forehead whatsoever. Then I'm going to use a different concealer brush because I'm going to go into that dark color. I just don't like to mix the two. I also don't want to pick up the one that I use for lighter color and accidentally put it where I want it, have dark color on it. So now you're going to draw in your contour. Now, when you do this, just go slow, go easy, don't overdo it. So this is all I really do with this dark color. I'm going to take it back right where my ear connects with the side of my face. And I'm going to, what you're contouring is your cheekbone. So you're going to draw, but don't go any further than the edge of your eye. It does not take very much. It looks very dark because this is a dark color. Same thing here. All you're really doing is highlighting that natural recess in your face to shape your cheekbones. So you can also, and I use my finger for this, if you want to do any more shaping, like sometimes people like to shape to round out or oval out their face, you can, and I don't do very much of this. Go like this around there. And this is going to connect that blending. And you can also, a very little bit through your jawline will kind of help camouflage. We're gonna be blending here. Will help camouflage that, you know, extra real estate you might have on your chin. Some people like to do their nose as well. I typically don't do my nose, but I'll show you. If you wanted to, you can add a little bit of dark color there. Okay, it's probably as crazy as I'll get. Then you're going to go back into your beauty blender and you're just going to start blending with your beauty blender these colors together. Now, one thing I also do, I have one side that I'll use for my dark color, and then when I'm blending around my eyes, I'll use the other side for my light color, because I don't want to move this dark color into my light color. But you can see when you start blending that, and this is a tapping motion, not a rubbing motion. When I tap that in and start blending that, it kind of creates that nice cheekbone. So now that I've got the dark completed, I'm going to flip to the other side of my beauty blender and I'm going to blend in the light color. When you do this, you kind of want to follow the light color up around your cheek, and that's going to give you that sun-kissed glow. Next, you need to set your foundation with powder. There's also a technique out there called baking that you may have heard of, and some people take baking to a whole fun level. So what's baking? Baking is basically taking your powder and allowing it to sit over your face where you've added your light concealer, and then sit there for a few minutes. So I will show you the way that I like to apply powder for my baking technique. You will see some, excuse me one second, sorry. You will see some baking techniques out there that that are a little on the extreme side. I don't, if that's your cup of tea, that's great, but this is more of a daily wear or special occasion wear. So LimeLight by Alcone's powder is a pressed powder. A loose powder actually works a lot better for this, so I just take the back of my brush and kind of scrape the top and turn it into a loose powder. I like to use this big fat blending, pointed blending brush. It holds a lot of product, as you can see, and you want a lot of product. That's the point here. And you're going to just lay it down under your eyes, especially, and in the places that you put your light concealer. So the idea is apparently that when you do this, it sets the powder into your foundation, fills all your cracks and crevices and creases, and gives your foundation a lot better staying power. I think it works pretty well. I definitely do this when I need my foundation to stay all day long, but I mean, you'll see some videos out there that have the powder really, really thick, and you can see I've got it on there pretty thick right now, but not crazy thick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes before I go through and blend it out. Next, I want to talk about adding a little sun-kissed glow. I love foundation that kind of has a glow to it, a shimmer to it, a little bit of a shine, but not anything that's really out there. So what I like to use is Alcone's Liquid Sunshine, and I put just the absolute tiniest amount on the very end of my beauty blender. And while my powder is sitting there, I'm going to take this and use it like where my contour color was, and I'm just going to blend it in. And what it's going to do is just give my face a little bit of a shimmer. Light's going to kick off of it and pick up on it a little bit, and it gives it a really, really healthy glow without being obnoxious or too much bronzer. I'm kind of over that over bronze look, and I found that this is a way to get that nice healthy glow in your skin without overdoing it with the bronzer. Okay, so now I'd probably wait in real life a few more minutes, but I will go ahead and take my big powder brush, and I'm going to swirl it into my pressed powder, get it nice and loaded, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that everywhere that I've not already applied powder, and then use that to blend it through. This is going to set your foundation in place. Signed, sealed, delivered. All those colors that you just spend all that time blending it in are going to stick right where you put them. And you can see I got that nice little sheen onto my skin, but without too much bronzer look. All right, so next, I just need a little bit of blush. It's over here. I use two blushes. I go back to my pointed blending brush because now I'm going to add just a little bit of highlight to my upper cheekbones where I had that powder sitting before. I'm going to use LimeLight's blush number 6, which is a beautiful highlight color, and I'm just going to place that on my cheekbones. Get a little smile to see where it goes. And it's just going to enhance that little bit of shimmer that I put in through the cheeks there. And then using a smaller blush brush, I'm going to go into foundation or blush number 4. And I'm just going to apply a little through the cheeks and sweep it up and back. This blush is so concentrated, so you really got to be careful. But this is going to give you that little bit of a pink glow, that healthy pink look. And then using my big powder brush, I'm just going to blend that all through. And then I'm going to apply my lip color. I've got a new trick that I love for lips. So LimeLight has a beautiful lip palette that I will grab here. Hold on. With lots and lots and lots of different colors. I'm not a really big fan of lipstick because I put it on and it immediately goes away. So I like these enduring lip colors that we have. Well, the problem with the enduring lip colors is we only have like 6 colors. So I get bored. So I'm going to take the Creme Brulee enduring lip color and I'm going to mix it with one of these lip colors, and I will see if I can pop one out and show you which one I'm going to use because it's my new favorite combination for a really nice neutral lip. It's number 18. It's really pretty by itself, but I just like the staying power of a lip stain. So I'm going to scrape a little bit of that off. I've put the Creme Brulee lip color there, put them side by side, and now I'm just going to mix them together. And when you do this, you get this gorgeous neutral lip color that's going to stay like forever. Well, for hours anyway. I want to say thanks for watching. That's my take on the highlighting and contouring trend that has taken over the internet. Obviously, there's a lot of advice out there that you could use, and this is just my personal take on how to use some really great products from LimeLight by Alcone to create a highlighting and contouring palette and to give yourself that nice fresh glow on your skin and a little bit of contour without having all the extra work and all like caked on product and super thick foundation. So I hope you learned something today, and I hope you come back and watch again soon. Thanks.